Highway to hardship, a looming truck driver strike in 2025. The year 2025 may go down in history as the year the trucks stopped rolling. Across the nation, truck drivers, the often unsung heroes of the American economy, are preparing for a strike of unprecedented scale. They are fed up with shrinking paychecks, long hours, and increasingly difficult working conditions. This isn't just about truckers anymore, it's about the entire nation. The potential consequences of a strike are enormous. It could cripple the supply chain and leave supermarket shelves empty. This isn't just a threat, it's highly likely. Truckers are serious and they have a long list of grievances. For decades they've faced declining wages, increased regulations, and a lack of respect. The COVID-19 pandemic only made things worse, highlighting their importance while simultaneously burdening them further. The trucking industry is the backbone of the American economy. Nearly everything we buy, from food to electronics, spends time on a truck. The magnitude of the strike that's brewing would send shockwaves through every corner of the country. Businesses would grind to a halt. Consumers would face shortages and price hikes. The impact would be swift and severe. This is a wake-up call. The nation will understand the vital role truck drivers play and the impossible conditions they're facing. This potential strike is about more than just money. It's about respect, dignity, and fair treatment for the people who keep America moving. This looming truck driver strike in 2025 appears imminent and necessary to stop the bleeding. The open road's broken promise, a history of declining wages. The image of the rugged independent trucker cruising down the open road is deeply ingrained in American culture. But the reality for today's truck drivers is far less romantic. Since the 1970s, trucking has undergone a dramatic transformation. While deregulation of the industry has led to increased competition, it has arbitrarily given a leg up to large carriers whose lobbyists advocate for their advantage. In the golden age of trucking, drivers could earn a good living. They were respected professionals, often owning their own rigs. These were the knights of the road, their CB radios crackling with camaraderie and tales of the open highway. On the flip side, deregulation has also brought about a wave of new, often smaller trucking companies. These companies competed fiercely for contracts, driving down prices and squeezing profits. This race to the bottom had a devastating impact on driver pay. When adjusted for inflation, truck driver wages have plummeted since the 1970s. Many drivers today struggle to make ends meet. The long hours and time spent away from home make it difficult to maintain a decent quality of life. The deregulation of the trucking industry was supposed to usher in an era of efficiency and prosperity. Instead, it created a system where drivers are treated as expendable cogs in a massive machine. The open road, once a symbol of freedom and opportunity, has become a place of hardship and uncertainty for many truckers. The weight of regulation and the rising cost of living. Truckers face rising costs and new regulations. Living expenses climb, wages drop, regulations add to their burden. ELDs track hours, limiting flexibility. Critics argue ELDs hurt earnings. HOS rules are contentious. Drivers push limits to meet deadlines. Fuel and maintenance costs rise. Independent truckers feel the squeeze. They must choose low-paying jobs or risk going under. Industry says regulations ensure safety. Drivers feel squeezed from all sides. They face rising costs and declining wages. A trucker strike would certainly make drivers realize their collective power. One main prediction is freight pay could rise to $4 to $6 per mile. Another prediction, ELDs would become optional, and over time, pay could become standard. These changes could improve truckers' livelihoods. After all, studies show ELD and HOS mandates haven't decreased accidents. Breaking point: the mental and financial strain on today's truckers. The demands of the job are taking a toll on truckers' mental and physical health. Long hours on the road, often spent alone, can lead to isolation and loneliness. The pressure to meet deadlines and the constant scrutiny of ELDs add to the stress. The financial strain adds another critical layer of anxiety. Drivers worry about making ends meet, paying for unexpected repairs, and supporting their families. This constant pressure can lead to sleep deprivation, poor eating habits, and other health problems. The trucking industry has a high turnover rate, as drivers leave for higher-paying jobs. The remaining drivers are stretched even thinner, further increasing their workload and stress levels. The mental well-being of truck drivers is essential for the safety of everyone on the road. A stressed, severely underpaid driver can be a danger to themselves and others. The industry needs to address these issues to ensure the safety of our nation's highways. A truckers' strike in 2025 is imminent to stop the bleeding. Truckers are once and for all saying it's time for fair pay and a better life on the road.